ओके हॅलो ठीक आहे ठीक ओके तर कल्चरल मेथड्स ऑफ weed control. Okay, so in cultural methods of weed control there are several cultural practices. So there are some cultural practices like tillage, planting, fertilizer application, irrigation are employed for creating a favorable condition for the crop growth. So we have already seen preventive methods of weed control and mechanical methods of weed control. Now it's number 3, that is cultural methods of weed control. This is our today's topic, okay, of lecture, that is cultural methods of weed control. Okay, so in there are several cultural practices like tillage, planting, fertilizer application, irrigation are employed for creating a favorable condition for the crop growth. Look, basically in cultural methods of weed control, these practices, if we are using properly, help for controlling the weeds. The cultural method alone cannot control the weed, but it helps in reducing the weed population. Okay, or it helps in stimulating the crop growth. Okay, so crop can have a more competitive ability along with the weeds or over the weed. तर कल्चरल मेथड्स मधनं वीड कंट्रोल होतं असं म्हटलं जात नाही किंवा आम्ही असं म्हणत पण नाही, थोडंफार रिड्यूस होऊ शकतं. आपल्याला कल्चरल मेथड मध्ये बेसिकली वी हॅव टू मोर सपोर्ट टू द प्लांट, सो द प्लांट ग्रोथ विल बी मोर स्टिम्युलेटेड. प्लांटची ग्रोथ जी आहे ती आपल्याला स्टिम्युलेट करायची आहे स्पीडली, आणि जेवढं शक्य आहे तेवढं रिड्युसिंग द वीड पॉप्युलेशन, वीडचं पॉप्युलेशन जे आहे ते रिड्यूस करायचं आहे. दे शुड देअरफॉर बी युज्ड इन कॉम्बिनेशन विथ अदर मेथड्स. आता बेसिकली कल्चरल मेथड शुड नॉट युज्ड अलोन, it is combined with the mechanical method, preventive method, or chemical method, or biological method. So this cultural method is combined with other methods of weed control. In cultural method, tillage, fertilizer application, and irrigations are important. Okay, in addition, additional aspect like selection of variety, time of sowing, cropping system, cleanliness of the farm are also useful in controlling the weed. So basically one thing you have to remember, that cultural method is not the method that it will kill the weed or control the weed effectively. It will reduce the weed population. Okay, but cultural method should be used along with the other methods of weed control. Okay, and basically in cultural methods of weed control we have to boost up the growth of the plant or crop so they can compete with the weed. Okay, अशा पद्धतीने ही कल्चरल मेथड जे आहे ते आहे. आता कल्चरल मेथड्स मध्ये काय काय येतं, देयर आर 10 to 11 पॉइंट्स आर देयर. ओके, सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट इज प्रॉपर क्रॉप स्टँड अँड अर्ली सीडलिंग विगर, selective crop stimulations, proper planting methods, planting time, crop rotation, stealth seed bed, smoothing crop, minimum tillage, summer fallowing, lowering the area under burns, and flooding and drainage. So these are the points which are part of the cultural method, and we will see each and every point in a different slide. प्रत्येक वेगळ्या स्लाइड मध्ये हे पॉइंट्स मी तुम्हाला एक्सप्लेन करणार आहे. ओके, त्यातला पहिलाच आहे प्रॉपर क्रॉप स्टँड अँड अर्ली सीडलिंग विगर. ओके, सो लॅक ऑफ adequate plant population is prone to heavy weed infestation which become difficult to control later. Therefore practices like use of high viable seed, adequate seed rate, selection of most adapted crop and crop varieties are important to obtain proper and uniform crop stand and capable of offering competition to the weed. So पहिला जो पॉइंट आहे प्रॉपर क्रॉप स्टँडचा, so you have to maintain an adequate seed rate and maintain an adequate spacing. Okay, if the crops is not grown or there are the less crops are grown into the field or there are gaps into the field, then automatically the gaps between the plant, automatically the weed will grow. So always maintain optimum plant population for the growth and development of the plant. It is better for the yield of the plant also, as well as it will reduces the weed growth also. Okay, so it is benefited in a both the way. हे दोन्ही ठिकाणी किंवा both the way न हे जे आहे हे बेनिफिट होते. ओके, तर अशा रीतीनं प्रॉपर क्रॉप स्टँड ठेवणं म्हणजे असं म्हणलेलं नाहीये की यूज हायर सीड रेट, ओव्हर क्राउडिंग करा, भरपूर सीड लावा, असं पण नाहीये. जर तुम्ही ओव्हर क्राउडिंग केलं तर इट विल क्रिएट अ कॉम्पिटिशन बिटवीन प्लांट टू प्लांट. जेवढं आहे तेवढंच प्रॉपर मेंटेन करा. ओके, एवढंच सांगणं आहे याच्यामध्ये. ठीक आहे. त्याच्यानंतर फील्ड प्रिपरेशन. ओके, the field has been kept weed free. Flower should not be allowed. This helps to prevention of build-up of the seed bank or seed population. तर बऱ्याच वेळा काय होतं, आफ्टर द हार्वेस्टिंग ऑफ द क्रॉप people are neglecting their field or they are not conducting any methods of weed control to maintain the field weed free. बऱ्याच वेळा लोक काय करतात, आता शेतात क्रॉप आहे का, मग कशा तिथं गवत कंट्रोल करा, आलं तर आलं वीड, आलं तर आलं त्याला फ्लावरिंग, पण तसं होत नाही ना. If your crop is harvested and if there is a weed in your field, then automatically it will grow and it will spread the weed seed into the field and it will create a problem, okay, in next crop, because the weed seed which are fall on the soil surface, it will regrow again. Okay, so field should be kept clean, okay, at the time of the plant which are remaining in the field also, and after the harvesting of the plant also. Immediately you have to done plowing or harrowing, so keep your field always clean. Okay, so proper crop stand and early vigor. There are another point. The lack of adequate population is prone to heavy weed infestation, which become difficult to control. Therefore, the selection of most adapted crop and crop variety. Second point, use of high viable seed and pre-planting seeds and soil treatment with the pesticide, dormancy breaking, the chemicals and germinating booster. These points are also important. Okay, an adequate seed rate are very important to obtain proper and uniform crop stand capable of offering competition to the weed. So always select such a variety which can be grown in a short period of time or quickly grown. Okay, then give the proper seed treatment to the seed, crop seed, so it will be grown without having any attack of any pest and diseases. So it will be more fight better along with the weeds. Okay, then at the time of sowing, give the fertilizers to the crop, so it will quickly cover up the soil surface, okay, and quickly grow into the field, so it can be having competition with the weeds. Okay, so these points are important while maintaining the proper crop stand and spreading vigor. And after the sowing, if there are some patches where the crop seed is not germinated, then take a gap filling operation and always maintain a proper crop stand into the field. Okay, do not keep the blank spaces into the field, and when there is a blank space into the field, automatically at that place 100% there will be a weed growth. Okay, next point, that selective crop stimulation. Okay, so in crop weed competition, the competitive advantage is the favor of can be achieved by selective crop stimulation of the growth. The vigorous crop plant compete better with the weed as they chew close the ground very quickly. Selective crop stimulation can be achieved. Okay, so application of soil amendment like gypsum lime may correct the soil condition in favor of crop growth. So if the soil is acidic, saline or alkaline, then by using these amendments like gypsum, if soil is saline alkaline, then use the gypsum, make the soil neutral, or if the soil is acidic, then add lime and make the soil neutral. And by making the soil neutral, so when the soil is neutral, then all the nutrients are available for the plant in a available form, so plant can be absorbed that nutrient. Addition of FYM or synthetic soil conditioner to very light or heavy soil may improve the soil structure and maintain the better air-water relationship, and ultimately it will improve the crop growth. Okay, so addition of FYM, compost or synthetic soil conditioner. Soil conditioner means it is nothing but it is the chemical. When they are applied into the soil, it will maintain the proper structure and texture of the soil. So the proper aeration is maintained into the soil. So the crop growth will be stimulated or boosted. Or after the weeding, okay, after the 1 month, we are at the weeding operation. So after the weeding, immediately we have to use the fertilizer, the top dose of fertilizer and irrigation. So the whatever the fertilizer is applied, it is only available to the plant, not for the weed. So we have to stimulate or boost up the crop growth. Okay, or if for any reason the crop is affected by diseases, so by application of insecticide, pesticide, we can control the diseases, so crop growth will not stunted or will not stop. Okay, so always we have to monitor the crop growth and maintain the flow of crop growth in a continuously. Okay, next point, manures and fertilizer application for the proper kind in adequate quantities improve the crop growth. I have already explained that point. Inoculation of the crop seed with the suitable nitrogen fixing phosphorus solubilizing organism may help in selective stimulation of some crops. Example, legume crop and non-legume weed. Selective crop stimulation is a wide row crop like maize, sugarcane, cotton can be achieved by foliar application of nutrient. So if you are cultivating the leguminous crop, green gram, black gram, red gram, or any pulses, so if you are giving a seed treatment, then automatically there is a additional advantage that the atmospheric nitrogen and phosphorus can be available to these pulses as compared to the weed. So the growth of the pulses will be more as compared to the weed. So they are having a more competitive ability to over the weed. Then for non-leguminous plant like maize, sugarcane, cotton, you can also give the seed treatment of acetobacter, okay, and PSB. Or plus you can also apply the foliar application of nutrient on the crop. So the spray of urea, DAP or 19 so it will stimulate the growth and yield of the plant, okay, automatically. So these are the things that we have to stimulate the crop growth or boost up the crop growth. Okay. Then next point is summer tillage. Okay. So in summer tillage, the practice of summer tillage or off-season tillage is one of the most effective cultural method to check the growth of the perennial weed population in crop cultivation. So initial tillage before the cropping should encourage a clod formation. These cloud which have the weed propagates upon drying or desiccate, the some subsequent tillage operation will be break the clod into small units. So further exposure and shriveling of the weed to the hot sun. So in a month of summer, when we are carried out the deep ploughing, automatically the propagules means underground vegetative plant parts of the weed get exposed to the sun, or sometimes because of the shear of the plow, it will make it broken or cut down, and when it is exposed to the sunlight, it will desiccate. Desiccate means the moisture in that vegetative plant part will get removed and it will dry and die. Okay. So this is the advantage of summer tillage. And another one advantage of summer tillage is that when you are doing a ploughing operation, the upper top surface weed is present in a first 5 centimeter of the topsoil, and at the time of ploughing, the first top layer, 5 centimeter top layer, goes deep into the soil. So automatically the weed population is also controlled. Okay. Then next point is maintenance of optimum plant population. Okay. So this point is already I have covered in a first point, that is lack of adequate plant population is more prone to the heavy weed infestation, which become difficult to control later. Therefore, the practice like selection of proper crop seed, right method of sowing, adequate seed rate, protection of seed from soil-borne pests and diseases are very important to obtain an uniform crop stand and capable of offering a competition to the weed. So these points I have already explained, that you have to maintain the optimum plant population and fill the gaps. Okay. Points already I have explained 2 to 3 times. Then next is crop rotation. Okay. So the possibility of certain weed species, okay, or the groups of species occurring is greater if the same crop is grown year after year. So I am talking about crop associated weed or stem parasite or root parasitic weed. If you are cultivating the same family weed, like suppose I will give you the example. Suppose in Kharif season you have cultivated bajra or jawar, okay, in Kharif season, and there is infestation of striga. Striga is a stem parasite. After the harvesting of jawari or bajra, If you are cultivating the maize in the same field or sugarcane in that field, so striga can infect it to the maize also, because the family is the same and it will continue their life cycle. So always rotate the crop having a different family. In many instances, crop rotation can eliminate, at least reduce the difficult weed problem. The obnoxious weed like Cyperus rotundus can be controlled effectively by including lowland rice in a crop rotation. So, if your field having a problem of lavala, that is Cyperus rotundus, then you can cultivate lowland rice. Lowland rice means you have to always maintain the water level into the field 15 to 20 centimeter. So, what happens? Cyperus rotundus means lavala will die because lack of oxygen. So, you can cultivate the rice into that field. But listen, lowland rice. Lowland rice means you have to always maintain the water level into the field, so you can control the Cyperus rotundus infestation. Okay, ठीक है. Then another point. Uh, monocropping favors the persistence and accession of some weed. Some weeds are crop associated. Okay, so crop associated means in wheat, Avena sativa. These weeds are always grown with the wheat. So if you observe that the in your field, if you are cultivating the wheat, Avena sativa is 100% grown, then do not sow the wheat in that field for at least 1 to 2 years. So we can break the life cycle of Avena sativa. Then wheat 3 gram, break the Avena sativa in wheat. Lucerne grain crop rotation, control the Cuscuta. Okay, as you know that the Cuscuta is crop associated weed in Lucerne. So if you are growing a Gramineaceae family crop or another family crop, it will control the break the life cycle. The next is principles of crop rotation. The rotation of competitive crop and non-competitive crop. Okay, use of weed suppressing crop as a cover crop. Weed cover crop means the crop which will cover the soil surface very quickly. Okay, that is known as cover crop or smoothing crop, like green gram, like black gram, like soybean. Okay, under the sowing cereal with the fodder legumes. Okay, so cereal नंतर पुन्हा fodder legumes लावायचं. Okay, then use the catch crop or trap crop. Okay, catch crop or trap crop means बांधाच्या कडेला किंवा बॉर्डरला, ओके, किंवा इन बिटवीन द प्लांट you have to use the trap crop. So the weeds the which are crop associated or near about the crop associated, they can grow on the tap crop, so you can remove the tap crop, automatically it will control the weed. Okay, or catch crop means what? Catch crop means the crop which can be grown within a short period of time, within 2 months. Okay, like our cowpea can grow in a late season also up to the 15th August, and it can be harvested within 2.5 months. It is known as a catch crop. Then next point, growing of intercrops. Okay, so intercrops suppress the weed better than sole crop. Intercrops suppress the weed better than sole crop and thus provide opportunity to utilize the crop themselves as a tool of weed management. Many short durational pulses like green gram, soybean effectively smoother the weed without causing a reduction in a yield of main crop. Okay, so in intercropping, we are cultivating the crop. Some crops are shallow growing, some crops are tall growing. Okay, so in a tall growing and in between the shallow growing crop, they will cover the soil surfaces. Okay, so it will cover the control the weed. And in intercropping, there will be a very limited or less chance that crop associated weed will be grown, because at the time into the field, 2 or more than 2 or 3 crops are grown. So it will control or check the weed growth also. Okay. Okay. Then next point is smoothing crop or competitive crop. So the crop germinated very quickly and developed large canopy capable of efficient photosynthesis within a short period. They possess both surface and deep root. Okay, so competitive crop or smoother the ground quickly than non-competitive crop. Okay, example cowpea, lucerne, berseem and millets. Okay, एकच मिनिट होल्ड ठेवा. ठीक आहे, ओके, चालते. फोन कट झाला, जाऊ दे, काय अडचण नाही. सो smoothing crop means what? The crop which can be cover soil surface very quickly and very fastly and does not give any chance to the weed so they can grow, okay, near about the crop. That is known as smoothing crop. So cowpea, green gram, soya bean, these are the smoothing crop which will cover the soil surface very quickly, okay. So they will having a more competitive ability, okay. Then minimum tillage. Okay, so in minimum tillage, the deep and frequent tillage may be useful for some reasons, but it serves to bring more dominant weed seeds and rhizomes to the soil surface, preserve a new weed seed in a deep soil for the future. Zero tillage completely avoid or burrowing of the weed seed and reduces the persistence of the annual weed, but it may induce the vigorous growth of the perennial weed. मिनिमम टिलेज मध्ये काय म्हणलं जातात, एक कन्सेप्ट आहेत बरं का. काही लोक म्हणतात टिलेज केलं पाहिजे, काही लोक म्हणतात कमी करा, किंवा काही लोक म्हणतात करू नका. आता का करू नका माहिती का, when we are doing a tillage operation, sometimes there are some weed seeds or weed plants which are deep into the soil, and because of the tillage operation they will come on the surface of soil, so they will grow. Okay, that's why some people are saying that use the minimum tillage operations. म्हणजे कसं आहे, हे कन्सेप्ट आहेत. कोणाला डावी बाजू बरोबर वाटते, कोणाला उजवी बाजू बरोबर वाटते, कोणाला म्हणजे विचारसरणी असते लोकांची, वे ऑफ थिंकिंग असते, त्याच्यावर आहे. समर फॅलोविंग ऑलरेडी एक्सप्लेन केलेलं आहे. समर टिलेज आणि समर फॅलोविंग हे सेमच आहे, ते रिपीट आउट एक्सप्लेन करण्याची काही आवश्यकता नाहीये. ओके, उन्हाळ्यामध्ये खोल नांगरट तेच समर फॅलोविंग आहे. ओके, ठीक आहे. फॅलोविंग म्हणजे काय, वी आर नॉट कल्टिवेटिंग द सॉइल. सॉइल मध्ये आपण कुठलेही क्रॉप लावत नाही. A stealth seedbed is one of where initial 1 or 2 flush of weed are destroyed before the planting of a crop. Okay, so stealth seedbed means what? Well, after the onset of rainfall or irrigation, we have to give the wait for rainfall. Okay, or we have to give the irrigation. Uncultivated land, ज्या शेतामध्ये क्रॉप लावलेलं नाहीये त्या शेताला इरिगेशन द्यायचं, किंवा पाऊस पडल्यानंतर काही दिवस वाट बघायची, 7-10 दिवस. सो व्हॉट हॅपन, वीड विल ग्रो. साहजिकच आहे, पाणी मिळालं की वीड विल ग्रो होणार, लगेच ग्रो होणार. सो वीड ग्रो झाल्यानंतर वी हॅव टू कॅरी आउट हॅरोइंग और टिलेज ऑपरेशन अँड किल द फर्स्ट ग्रोथ ऑफ द वीड. वीडची ग्रोथ किल करायची, अँड आफ्टर दॅट वी हॅव टू डन द सोइंग ऑपरेशन. दॅट इज नोन ॲज स्टेल्थ सीडबेड. ओके, ठीक आहे. सो इट इज वी हॅव टू वेट फॉर वीड टू ग्रो फर्स्ट and kill the weed, and after that sowing operation is carried out. Okay, that is known as stealth seedbed application. Okay, this may be followed immediately by sowing. This technique allow the crop to germinate in almost weed free environment. आणि ह्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, जी पहिली फ्लश वीडची आलेली असते ती किल केल्यामुळे जे आपलं क्रॉप आपण पुन्हा लावतोय त्याच्यावर कुठलंही वीडची ग्रोथ इन्फेक्टेशन येत नाहीये आणि क्रॉपची ग्रोथ वीड फ्री राहते. ओके, ठीक आहे. ह्याला म्हणायचं स्टेल्थ सीड बेड. तर मी पुन्हा रिपीट करतो, स्टेल्थ सीड बेड इज नथिंग बट वी हॅव आफ्टर द ऑनसेट ऑफ रेनफॉल मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर इन हरी फॉर सोईंग. पाऊस पडला रे पडला की लोक लगेच पेरायची गडबड करतात. तसं नाही करायचं. पाऊस पडलाय पडू दे, 5-10 दिवस थांबायचं. सॉइल मधलं वीड जे आहे ते उगवून येऊन द्यायचं. उगवून आल्यानंतर पुळवायचं किंवा रोटर यूज करायचं, वीड उगवून आलेलं किल करायचं आणि नंतर सोईंग करायचं. म्हणजे तुम्हाला वीडचा प्रॉब्लेम येणार नाही, किंवा आलाच तर तो खूप कमी येईल. लक्षामध्ये. त्याच्यानंतर ब्लाइंड टिलेज. ओके, नेक्स्ट कन्सेप्ट इज द ब्लाइंड टिलेज. द टिलेज ऑफ द सॉइल आफ्टर द सोईंग और क्रॉप बिफोर द क्रॉप इमर्ज इज नोन एज अ ब्लाइंड टिलेज. ओके, ब्लाइंड टिलेज म्हणजे काय, आंधळ टिलेज. आंधळ म्हणजे काय, तुम्हाला वीड तर दिसत आहे शेतात. ओके, ठीक आहे, वीड तर एवढं काही दिसत नाहीये. सॉइल आफ्टर द सोईंग, क्रॉप बिफोर द क्रॉप इमर्ज इज नोन एज ब्लाइंड टिलेज. इट इज एक्सटेन्शनली एम्प्लॉयड टू मिनिमाइज द वीड इंटेन्सिटी इन अ ड्रिल सोईंग और क्रॉप where emergence of the crop seedling is hindered by soil crust formed on the receipt of rainfall or irrigation immediately after sowing. म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा काय करायचं, सोईंग झालं, तर सॉइल मध्ये बैलानं किंवा कुळवून घ्यायचं एकदा दोनदा, एकदम हलका फन लावायचा, जास्त खोल लावायचा नाही. म्हणजे सॉइलच्या सरफेसवर वीडचे शेड असतील एखाद्या प्रेझेंट काही, तर ते जमिनीमध्ये खोल जातील किंवा ते मिक्स होतील सॉइल मध्ये किंवा सनलाईटला एक्सपोज होतील, असं त्या मागचं कन्सेप्ट असते. जास्त काय ब्लाइंड टिलेजच्या भानगडीत कोण पडत नाहीये. ओके, ब्लाइंड टिलेजच्या भानगडीत पडत नाही. आता लोक प्री इमर्जन्स हार्बिसाइड मारतात, तणनाशक, म्हणजे सोईंग केले की लगेच दुसऱ्या दिवशी तणनाशक मारून टाकतात. पण ती केमिकल मेथड येते, ती कल्चरली येत नाही. म्हणजे वीडचे सीड सॉइल मध्ये स्किल व्हावे ते आपण केमिकल मेथड मध्ये येऊ शकतं, आपण ह्याच्यात सांगू शकत नाही. त्यानंतर लोअरिंग द एरिया अंडर बंड. बंड आर मेड इन अ फील्ड फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ इरिगेशन इज आयडियल प्लेस. आपल्याकडे बंड्स कशासाठी बनवतात की बाबा माझी एवढी जमीन आहे, तुझी एवढी जमीन आहे, दोघांमध्ये डिवायडेशन असावं किंवा त्या बांधावर इरिगेशन कॅनल असतोय. ओके, फॉर द ग्रो, आणि दीज आर द आयडियल फॉर रॅपिड ग्रोथ ऑफ द वीड. नक्की बांधावर सारखं पाणी जातं, त्यामुळे तिथं आयडियल ग्रोथ होती. तर जेवढं शक्य आहे तेवढा बांधाचा एरिया कमी करायचा. वन ऑफ द वे द टॅकल प्रॉब्लेम ऑफ वीड ऑन द बंड इज टू लेवल द बंड. ओके, वेल, सो द एरिया विल बी लेस. ओके, ठीक आहे. आणि आजकाल काय शक्यतो बांधानं कोण पाटानं पाणी पाजत नाहीये. पूर्वीच्या काळी पाटानं पाणी पाजायची, आता काय केले लोकांनी सर्रास पाईपलाईनचं जे टी असतो किंवा तोंड असते ते फील्डमध्येच काढलेलं असतं. आता पहिल्यासारखं बांधावरनं पाटानं पाणी वाहत वाहत शेतात येणं ही जुनी मेथड झाली. आता काय कोण करत नाही, डायरेक्ट पाईपलाईन लोकांनी शेतामध्ये पुरून शेतातच टी काढतात आणि तिथंच पाणी येतं. त्यामुळे बांध पूर्वीसारखे राहिलेले नाही जास्त प्रमाणामध्ये. ओके, त्यानंतर फ्लडिंग अँड ड्रेनेज. Flooding is the worldwide crop husbandry method for controlling of weeds in rice field. आता फ्लडिंग फक्त राईस फील्ड मध्ये करता येण्यासारखं आहे. कंट्रोल द टेरेस्ट्रियल वीड टू इन्श्युअर अँड effectiveness of flooding. The weed should be submerged sufficient for the longer period for 2 weeks or more. शेतामध्ये पाणी साठवून ठेवायचं आणि त्याच्यामुळे काय होतं, एक्सक्लूड द ऑक्सिजन. ओके, ऑक्सिजन पूर्ण निघून जातो सॉइल मधला आणि बीड जे आहेत ते किल होतात किंवा मरतात किंवा त्याला ऑक्सिजन न मिळाल्यामुळे ते मरतात. ओके, पण ही काय तितकी सायंटिफिक मेथड नाहीये. बिकॉज ऑफ द फ्लडिंग देर आर निगेटिव्ह इम्पॅक्ट ऑफ द सॉइल हेल्थ ऑल्सो. सॉइलचं स्ट्रक्चर टेक्स्चर खराब होतं. सॉइलचं मधले म्हणजे बेनिफिशियल मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम्स असतात ते पण मरतात की त्यांना पण ऑक्सिजन मिळत नाही. एरोबिक मायक्रोऑर्गॅनिझम्स वी आर सेइंग. In MP, deep flooding of fallow land is followed in a rainy season and water is let out after 2 to 3 months. This practice is called as locally heavily. Okay, एमपीत करतात, पाणी साठवतात, 1-2-3 महिन्यानंतर ते काढून टाकतात. पण आपल्याकडे काही एवढं नसतंय कोण फॉलो करत. भारताच्या शेतामध्ये फॉलो करण्यासारखे आहे. Then next point is crop management practices. Okay, so good crop management practices that play an important role in weed control. Okay, so vigorous and fast growing varieties are better competitor with the weed. ज्या short duration varieties आहेत त्या स्पीड न वाढतात, so it will having a better competition. Proper placement of the fertilizer ensure a greater availability of nutrients to the crop plant and thus keeping the weed and okay at a disadvantage. Okay, तर खत जे आहे ते शक्यतो झाडाच्या मुळाच्या शेजारी द्यावं किंवा प्लांटवर फॉलियर ऍप्लिकेशन करावं. So it will save the fertilizer also as well as the fertilizer is not available to the weed also. Okay, and when the fertilizer is available to the plant, so automatically the growth of the plant will be stimulated. Better irrigation practices to have a good head start over the weed. Okay, पिकाला सुरुवातीला पाणी व्यवस्थित दिलं, so the growth of the plant will be stimulated. Okay, or after the weeding you have to give the irrigation, so the crop growth is stimulated. The proper crop rotation program, already I have explained that point. High plant population per unit area result in a smoothing effect of the weed growth. Okay, plant population व्यवस्थित मेंटेन ठेवलं तर प्लांट सॉइल सरफेस कव्हर करतं, so it will having a smoothing effect on the crop growth. Okay, now I have at the last point of our topic, that is the merits or advantage of cultural methods of weed control. Okay, so first point is low cost of weed control. ह्यात असा काही खर्चच नाहीये, तुम्ही बघताय. These are common agronomical practices. By using that common agronomical practices, we are controlling the weed. So we are not purchasing any herbicide, any chemical or any labors for implementing this. Easy to adopt, अतिशय सोपी आहे. नो रेसिड्युअल प्रॉब्लेम, कुठलेही केमिकल वापरत नसल्यामुळे रेसिड्यूचा प्रॉब्लेम येत नाही. जास्त टेक्निकल स्किल लागत नाहीये, नो डॅमेज टू द क्रॉप, पिकाला काही नुकसान नाहीये, वीड कंट्रोल बऱ्यापैकी होतं, क्रॉप वीड इकोसिस्टम इज मेंटेन्ड. ओके, म्हणजे क्रॉप आणि वीडची इकोसिस्टम दोघांची पण मेंटेन होते. केमिकल मारल्यामुळं शेवटी काही म्हणलं तर थोडाफार क्रॉपवर निगेटिव्ह इम्पॅक्ट येणारच आहे. डिमेरिट्स, डिसएडव्हान्टेज, इमिजिएट अँड क्विक कंट्रोल मेथड इज नॉट पॉसिबल. ह्याच्यातनं एक आहे बाबा की इमिजिएट आणि क्विक वीड कंट्रोल होत नाहीये. ओके, वीड्स केप्ट अंडर सप्रेस्ड, तुम्ही वीडला सप्रेस करू शकता किंवा दाबून ठेवू शकता, 100% कंट्रोल करू शकत, 100 काय 60-70% कंट्रोल होत नाही. पेरनियल अँड प्रॉब्लेमॅटिक वीड कॅनॉट बी कंट्रोल्ड. पेरनियल जे आहेत वीड म्हणजे हराळी, लावाळा, काँग्रेस, हे कंट्रोल करणं खूप डिफिकल्ट आहे आणि प्रॅक्टिकली डिफिकल्ट इन अडॉप्टेशन. थोडस या कल्चरल मेथड्स असल्यामुळं त्या त्या वेळेत त्या टाइम मध्ये आणि व्यवस्थित केल्या तर रिझल्ट. वेळ निघून गेल्यानंतर किंवा उशिरा केलं, निष्काळजीपणाने केलं तर एवढा क्वालिटी रिझल्ट तुम्हाला भेटणार नाही किंवा यू कॅनॉट अचीव्ह दॅट. ओके, तर लेक्चर आपलं संपलेलं आहे. ओके, ठीक आहे, व्हिडिओ ऑन ठेवा आणि